I had Coach Andy Reid on the podcast to talk about the Chargers versus Chiefs game plan, trying to steal some secrets here. Let's get into the conversation with Coach Andy Reid. I'll put all the links to his stuff in the description below. Definitely go and check it out. You guys aren't going to believe this. I got Coach Andy Reid on the podcast for an interview and a preview of our upcoming game this week. Chargers are playing the Chiefs, and we're going to get into that. Hey, sorry for interrupting myself, but one quick reminder before you forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you can be here every single time I post. It's the free way you guys can support the channel. We're trying to build something special here very early on in the stages here. We only have 10,000 subscribers. We're trying to get 20,000 subscribers. The only way that's possible is if you guys support the channel by liking the video, subscribing, turn on notifications. I'm joined by Coach Andy Reid. I got a few questions for you about the upcoming game, but first of all, how you doing, Coach? It's good to talk to you. You could tell I wore some gear.
I know. I love it, man. I feel like I'm sitting with my best friends right now. Well, pretty good.
Well, yeah, we're getting along already. See, it doesn't matter that we're opponents, you know.
Yeah, usually I'm down with you guys eating a cheeseburger, but I don't have any right now. So.
I actually can split a cheeseburger with you
right
about now. Let's try and stay focused here. Before we get into the game plan, which I'm sure you'll reveal before the game, right? You don't mind at all. I want to talk about the Chargers' new head coach. You're a legendary coach. We already know that. Multiple-time Super Bowl champion, going straight to the Hall of Fame. The Chargers hired someone that they hope is one day a Hall of Fame head coach, and it seems like everyone loves Jim. You seen that show, Everybody Hates Chris?
Yeah.
It's the opposite. Yeah. Everybody loves Jim. What's your thoughts on Jim? What's your thoughts on Jim Harbaugh, Coach? Let me know.
Like his brother a lot, John, you know. We sit back and tell jokes and stories about Jim. We won't repeat any of that right now. You know, when I saw him give his first press conference when he said he was going to live in a van down by a river, I thought, well, I'll tell you what, this is going to be a different experience there for those Chargers fans. You know, every year his eyes get a little bigger. I think his glasses get a little thicker. But I don't know, maybe I think that adds to the mystique of the man is a genius at working with people, let's say. So I'm looking forward to the challenge of playing with him. That's for sure.
Is there any Harbaugh stories, anything embarrassing from his childhood that John shared with you?
Oh, you know, it's always, he'd put in take all of his, panties and stuff and pants.
Whoa. Okay. Maybe let's not talk about that. We'll steer away from the childhood, nightmares and stories. What do you think about his fashion, though? Because I know you're a very fashionable man yourself. Seen you in some Hawaiian shirts, seen you in some shorts, seen you. I don't really like what you're wearing right now, but typically got some pretty good style. What do you think of Harbaugh's fit typically? The khakis, the polo, the glasses, the whistle, the clipboard. It's pretty iconic, I think.
I mean, it just fits his character. There's no doubt about it. He looks the part, just like I look the part whenever I can. The floral shirts and things, that's just a big guy thing. Any big guy wears Hawaiian shirts. That's just because they feel a little better, fit better.
Yeah, okay, I see. It's not really a fashion statement. It's more of a comfort thing. Maybe I shouldn't be reading so much into it, thinking that Andy Reid's.
That's right. It's from too many cheeseburgers.
Think of that. Oh, too many cheeseburgers. Exactly. The game plan is probably to eat a bunch of cheeseburgers after the Chargers game this weekend in SoFi Stadium. Y'all are coming to LA. Coach, you're going to be at the game, right? Other than on the sideline, but like in the stands too.
Hey, man, the plan is, to definitely be there.
Okay. I'll probably see you there.
I don't need to be there, that's for sure.
We'll get a picture. I just want you to leak some sauce to only the listeners of the NFLMike's Corner podcast. Yeah. What is the game plan versus the Chargers this weekend? Just pretend like we're not going to tell anyone.
Well, let's see. We won second to last Super Bowl on corn dog, the last one on Tom and Jerry. So we've got a lot of themes here. We're going to call this one maybe Harbaugh Freight. and we're going to send Steele right through the line and do a lot of running this time, maybe.
That doesn't sound exciting.
I feel like we're going to be really good there because you guys are missing, is Boza going to play? And he likes to munch on quarterbacks. And then that guy in the backfield, he likes to crunch. I call him crunch and munch. And so we're going to miss those guys this week big time. So, with championship teams, oftentimes there's a little luck that comes along with that. And we're hitting you at a good time right now.
Yeah. And it's not just Joey. Obviously, Justin Herbert with the ankle. Can you maybe give us some advice on dealing with, sprained ankles at the worst possible time?
Yeah, we had Patrick Mahomes turned his knee inside out one time. That's why we took the quarterback sneak right out of the playbook. That's for sure. And so we don't like to see him run. We like to keep him in the pocket, and I always get a little nervous. And so when you've got a quarterback that likes to run, now Herbert's a pocket quarterback though, so that's not too much of a problem. But then you got those big burly linemen that fall down right on your legs and ankles. And Mahomes got caught with one of those last week. His center stepped on his foot, and we're always careful about that. That's for sure.
Yeah, and Joe Alt-Delete got injured as well, Coach. And I don't know if you saw the news. I'm sure you're watching. And Rashawn Slater. And why? I can see it under the mustache. Why are you smiling? This isn't funny.
Hey, we did want Joe Alt here in Kansas City. John played here for a long time. Was a great offensive lineman. And so, doggone, you could see when he was drafted, it was all... it was almost looking disappointment, and it was on our faces too, man. He would have been a great tackle here in Kansas City, living the legacy of his dad there. But yeah, hey, this is just the preliminary round to get into the playoffs, and I expect to see the Chargers there this week with your new coach, and this year. One team I don't expect to see there now is the Cincinnati Bengals. I think being 0-3, that puts the statistics not in their favor.
Yeah, it's not going well for them, and all the teams that are 1-2 also are struggling. Like the Chargers are 2-1, no big deal. Yeah. Imagine being 1-2 like the Raiders or the Broncos.
Yeah, I know that's amazing. And then you look at Josh Allen; he's having an MVP season right now, and some of that is you get some of the talent off your team that likes to top and chirp a little bit, and all of a sudden the team starts to come together, and boy, he looks really dangerous this year. So
maybe that's how the Raiders can get better, Coach. Maybe the Raiders need to get rid of some guys that like to talk.
Yeah, the AFC is just loaded with talent, and so this might have a different look to it now that Tua went out, and we'll see. How this all works out this season. But we're definitely hoping with Hollywood Brown when he gets back and healthy, and maybe this week that you'll see hooray for Hollywood.
Yeah, and I think this week we may also see someone else that's a Hall of Famer already probably break out, because the NFL not only has the refs on the Chiefs side, now they're suspending the players the Chargers need to stop Travis Kelce. What are we talking about? I just want to ask straight up. No one's willing to ask Andy Reid this when he goes up to the podium. I got the balls to ask. Do you guys have the refs in your corner? Do you have the NFL in your corner?
Well. Throwing away the key. That's just the way it works here. You saw it. Hey, come on. Tom Brady had those refs for years. Even Tom Brady says that wasn't a tuck now, now that it's all his career is done with, so we get lucky. Other teams get lucky. And so far that we've had some pretty good luck at times this season, and so we're hoping that continues.
Yeah, some luck that Tom Brady and the Chiefs have been getting lately. By the way, I think Tom is wrong about his own take there. That was definitely a tuck.
Well, you know what? We do have some pretty doggone good barbecue here in Kansas City. And so, we're liked by people who we want to like us. Let's just say that.
So that's the secret. Just got to make better food here at SoFi Stadium.
Sauce, baby.
But in all seriousness, what's your prediction for the game? Obviously, you're picking the Chiefs. You
Oh,
got the
man.
Chiefs winning by a certain score.
Yeah, whenever it's a division rivalry, which it's turned into where it used to be the Raiders, then it turned into Denver, and now it's all three. We all play pretty equally, and so I always feel like the last team with the ball, it has the best opportunity. And since Travis is struggling a little bit this year, maybe this is the game without having Crunch back there to get him back on his feet again. He's been spending a little bit too much time maybe this summer with Taylor Swift. But, those Swifties, I love having them here in Kansas City. They love sending me friendship bracelets. Most of the times it says, throw the ball to Travis or else, coach. And I'm like, I thought these supposed to be friendship bracelets. They're serious. You don't mess with those Swifties. I see Taylor and I say, babe, you've got the best tight end in football. And boy, you saw Travis in the Super Bowl, baby. He bumped me on the sideline when he found out I told her that. I don't know what you're talking about. So, all right, that's behind us now. So we moved on this season. That's for sure.
That is something else that I think profits the NFL very well, is all those Swifties filling up the Super Bowl every year. And they want to see those Swifties in the stadium filling up, willing to spend $25,000 on those Super Bowl tickets and loading up and stuff. It's luck, but you know. Anyways, to put the jokes aside for a second, I know that you're a lifelong Chiefs fan. You did not become a Chiefs fan because of Andy Reid, right?
No, but I became a bigger Chiefs fan because of Andy Reid. Seriously, I've gained 100 pounds since he's been here.
And eat all those cheeseburgers. That's why
it's been rough. I'm totally serious about that. I've gained about 100 pounds since Coach has been here. I'm a method actor, and so when I get out there, I got to be the man. I got to eat like the man. I got to dress like the man. And people come up to me and they go, "Do you really like doing this?" And I'm like, "Well, it's worked out pretty good for me so far." So,
so. What was that like when the stars aligned? Like, you knew you looked like Andy Reid when Andy Reid was a Philadelphia Eagle, right?
I had no clue. No clue.
Like, you knew, like, the stars are aligning here. It's all connecting, and you're looking in the mirror. You're looking at the TV. Chiefs hire Andy Reid. Nothing's connecting.
Nothing at all until because I used to have a full goatee. I'm a professional opera singer, and so I used to always have a big beard or goatee, and so I shaved it off for Halloween one year, and for some reason I just left the mustache just for fun. I looked in the mirror and I thought, doggone, I could pull off an Andy Reid here, and that's how it all started. I've got some former Chiefs that are neighbors, and I went out trick-or-treating with my kids, and old Bill Moss calls me over and says, Coach, come here. And I'm like, Bill Moss thinks I'm Coach, and hey, we got something going on here. There's no doubt about it. Of course, I made sure I got my candy too,
Yeah. I've seen you on Super Bowl Row a few times where players have even gotten confused, like, hello? Like, is that actually him walking around? And they realize it, and that's a pretty cool story that it kind of just happened magically like that. You just shaved your beard out of nowhere and just put it all together, and it starts your entire content creation career right there. But what's like the best moment you've had, you think, as a content creator so far, as a Andy Reid lookalike and doppelganger?
Well, probably the most fun experience was working with Eric Stonestreet and the writer for Modern Family. They came to Kansas City. Of course, Eric Stonestreet's one of the biggest super fans there is out there for Kansas City Chiefs. And believe me, he's for real. He knows his Chiefs trivia. He's been a lifelong fan. He's had season tickets.
Cool.
So don't mess with Eric. So they said, hey, we're going to do something fun for training camp. And of course, he plays Randy Reid. Mm-hmm. And they say, well, we're going to annoy Coach, and then we're going to bring you in and pretend like you're going to take me to Kansas City, and we're going to pretend like Coach sent me as a decoy. Well, okay, so we set this all up, and that's great. I'm working with Veach and all those guys. The funny thing is, while we were filming this, Willie Gay came out, and he was in concussion protocol, and I think I kept him in concussion protocol a little longer because he was very confused when he came out and saw me here when I was supposed to be down on the field at training camp, and anyhow, it was great. We went down to Kansas City, had a fun time, but it bombed because people thought I looked too much like Andy Reid, and I didn't look like an imposter.
They were like, "Is actually Andy Reid?" And that threw off the actual joke and gimmick.
Yeah, just threw off the joke, and so Eric Stone Street, I had called me sense, but such a nice guy though. Boy, I had a great time working with him.
That's pretty awesome.
Real blessing or real privilege. I've got to work with a lot of pretty awesome people. Although I do most of the commercials with Coach, even his State Farm commercials. And so I've got to sit there and watch him eat the cheeseburgers and eat the Snickers. And I got to go in and set up the shots for the lighting and the sound. So,
so you have met Coach before?
Oh yeah, multiple times. He's just a great guy. Sorry, we're having a change of weather here in Kansas City. It's allergy season, so I've got.
Oh, no worries. Same here, by the way, in Cali. We're dealing with some issues here in Cali as well. What was Coach's reaction when he first saw you, like his first time? He probably had seen you on TV.
First thing he said to me is, he's like, "You gonna sing for us?" And I'm like, "Holy cow!" Coach knows I sing. And I'm like, I'm real quiet around him, and I don't even have my phone. Like when I go in and work with him, I'm one of those people, I won't take my phone. I like everything to happen organically. So I never even tried to meet him. They just, my agent got me hired for this commercial. And then it's worked out so well that I've done several now. And this last one, we got to sit down and chat a little bit. And he told me, because, my friends and my family come up to me all the time. They call me and say, "Hey, I saw you at such and such." Or "Hey, what were you doing over at such and such?" And it was me. He says it happens to him all the time. People text him all the time.
That's pretty wild. That is absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. And that kind of stuff is why I encourage everyone at any scale that you can, just make some football videos if you're not too shy. Like, it's a lot of fun. You never know what can happen. One thing can happen. You might shave your beard one day, and boom, you're sitting next to Andy Reid, looking exactly like Andy Reid, and you're a fan of the Chiefs. On top of it all, I've been, privileged and honored to interview guys like Derwin James, Mike Williams, these guys through TikTok and stuff. Like, you never know what can happen. Just make something. Just make something for fun at first and see what happens from there. I appreciate you for coming on, Coach. But speaking of making something happen, I got to show you something really quick. Okay. I'm working on a clothing brand. It is called Fifth Down. It is the extra down for fans that want to fan out extra. So we're making gear for all 32 teams. You can see my Thorbert one back there. Here, let me put a solo shot here. You can see my Thorbert one back there. That's for the Chargers fans. I'm not discriminating here. So it's on the website already if people have seen it, but I think this is the first time I put it out on the podcast. Let me know what you think of these, okay?
I love it. That's awesome, man. Hey, we got the Grim Reaper there. There's nobody down. Not about that. Oh, man, that's fun. I like that a lot. Yeah.
Gong. And we'll be coming out with other characters. We're trying to be like the Pokemon of the NFL.
Yeah.
So we have these for all 32 teams. Chiefs fans, if you're listening to this, we got you guys with our launch discount code 5DFAM. You see at the bottom of the screen there. You guys can get a 10% discount. And Coach, I'm gonna send you one of these. Just tell me your size, please.
Yeah.
I will get it to your doorstep as soon as humanly possible.
You got to call Omar the tent maker for your old Coach here.
We got a tent maker.
Oh, I'm a big and 5XL, baby.
We'll get the special order out. One last thing. I know that you're very involved in the community. I know that you've done a lot of stuff, not just impersonating Coach. You've done a lot of stuff with the Kansas City Chiefs community, with the Kansas City community. What is the most recent project? What are you working on right now? Anything you want to shout out or direct people towards before we sign out of here?
Yeah, there's always good ones. Q for a Cause. That's Mitchell Schwartz. He He does a great Q for a Cause, and then I work with some groups for autism, Autism Speaks, and things like that here in town. And so, yeah, it's always a great opportunity. If you've got something that's a gift for you, you had better use it to give back in good ways. That's for sure. I always encourage people to do that, and I know, Mike, you do that all the time. So that's a great thing.
I try my best, man. The sport literally has given me life, like not life, but like life to my life. So I have to give back to the youngsters. I have to try and give back the best that I can as well with giveaways and stuff that I can do. But I always appreciate when I see other creators doing it, especially creators that you're doing good, Coach. You're doing great. You're killing it. You're killing it.
I'm just having a great time. I feel like I'm really blessed, and it gives me an opportunity to meet good people like you. So thank you very much.
Oh, and same back to you, other than on Sunday. Don't look at me. Don't talk to me. Don't message me. Don't comment.
I always tell people, we're all part of the same NFL family. And so, there's always a Raiders fan in everybody's family. And so that's okay. We're fine with that.
There's always that one.
Not on game day.
Thanks again for coming on. I will put all of his links in the description, y'all. Like I was saying in the intro leading into it. Appreciate you guys. Go check out Almost Coach Andy Reid. We will see you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know if you did by liking the video. We're trying to get our likes up here. I think to beat last week's video, we just had to beat 10 likes. Shouldn't be too hard to do. Please, guys, like the video before you go. It helps out a ton of the algorithm. Helps support the channel. It's completely free. And then subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel already. I'm probably going to be hammering this home all season, so just subscribe. Turn on notifications. Make sure you guys are here every single time I post. What's going to happen in week 4 of the NFL season? Your guess is as good as mine, but I can assure you one thing. The ball definitely won't lie. Thank you for tuning in to another NFL Mike video. Now it's time to go make more football friends or go and compete in the Mike's Pickems Challenge or against me in daily fantasy football challenges by joining my completely free NFL group chat. Or head to fifthdown.shop and check out and see if we got your team's newest designs. Or now you can simply rep your favorite players without having to wear another team's gear. And then tag us in pictures of you wearing your Fifth Down merch for a shout out in the next episode of NFL Mike's Corner. And help us reach our goal of getting 1,000 NFL fans wearing Fifth Down. Or you can head to the next NFL Mike video by clicking it. It's on your screen. Go ahead.